controlling cholesterol.
Union Home Minister Amit Shah slams the Congress for misleading the nation on Citizenship Amendment Act, addressing a massive rally in Shimla to mark the completion of 2 years of the BJP government in Himachal Pradesh. Amit Shah challenges the Congress to show even one clause in the act that has a provision to take away the citizenship of anyone. BJP leader Prakash Javadekar hits back at the Congress over the NPR issue, says the Congress is trying to destabilize the country while NPR is for the benefit of the poor. Multiple rallies across the country today in support of the Citizenship Amendment Act Peace and Progress rally organized in Assam. BJP calls for a mega rally in Mumbai. CAA Support events in Goa, Puducherry and Vijaywada as well. Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu addresses 102nd Annual Conference of the Indian Economic Association in Raipur, Chhattisgarh. Says the government is working on the twin objectives of formalization and modernization of the economy. The VP releases a special volume of Indian Economic Journal. Intense cold wave conditions continue to grip north of the country. IMD forecasts severe cold conditions are likely to prevail till at least Sunday. The Indian Air Force bids adieu to its swing-wing fighter aircraft MiG-27. The ground attack aircraft is known for playing a significant role during the Kargil conflict and Operation Parakram. And Chinese Defense Ministry says military relations between India and China are improving due to the efforts of Prime Minister Modi and President Xi. Says strategic cooperation and peace and tranquility on the border is getting stronger. Namaskar, you were the latest here on DD News and DD India. I am Gautam Roy. Now, Union Home Minister Amit Shah today attended the first groundbreaking ceremony of Himachal Pradesh Global Investors Meet 2019 in Shimla. Amit Shah, who was the chief guest on the occasion, said central government has taken more initiative than the state government to improve the infrastructure of the hilly state.
इंडस्ट्रियल इन्वेस्टमेंट तभी आ सकता है जब इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर को आगे बढ़ाएं। मुझे आपको बताते हुए खुशी हो रही है कि लगभग 69 रोड्स इतने से छोटे से राज्य के अंदर इसकी जिम्मेदारी राज्य सरकार की जगह केंद्र सरकार ने लेकर उसको नेशनल हाईवे में तब्दील करने का काम किया। इतने छोटे से राज्य के अंदर 15,000 करोड़ से ज्यादा लागत के रेलवे प्रोजेक्ट्स लगाए। इतने से छोटे से राज्य के अंदर हम इंटरनेशनल एयरपोर्ट की भी कल्पना कर रहे हैं, उड़ान को भी सफलतापूर्वक लागू किया है। पूरे हिमाचल का इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर मजबूत करने की जो भारत सरकार की पहल है वो इसलिए है कि यहां के युवा को नीचे न जाना पड़े।
The Home Minister added that the cut in corporate tax rate is beneficial for the people.
मोदी जी ने कॉर्पोरेट टैक्स के अंदर जो बदलाव किए, मैं निसंकोच रूप से कह सकता हूं कि आज विश्व में सबसे कम इनकम टैक्स कॉर्पोरेट टैक्स वाला कोई एक देश है तो वो भारत है। और वो इसलिए किया है कि आप जो नफा कमाते हो उसमें से एक बड़ा हिस्सा पहले जो इनकम टैक्स के रूप में भारत सरकार को देते थे, अब वो आपको एक्सपांशन के काम के लिए उपलब्ध होगा।
Earlier, the Home Minister addressed a public rally in Shimla to commemorate BJP's second year in power in the state. Addressing the gathering, Amit Shah said that Citizenship Amendment Act is to give citizenship to the victims of religious persecution of neighbouring countries and not to snatch away anyone's citizenship.
देश के अंदर माइनॉरिटी का हर व्यक्ति सुरक्षित रहना चाहिए, महफूज रहना चाहिए, इसकी रक्षा करने की हमारा संवैधानिक दायित्व है। मगर पाकिस्तान में ये नहीं हुआ, बांग्लादेश में ये नहीं हुआ, 30%, 23% की आबादी घटकर 3% और 7% हो गई। धर्म के आधार पर प्रताड़ना होने लगी। लाखों लोग यहां आए, कोई उनकी सूद नहीं लेता था। और नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने हिम्मत कर ये लाखों करोड़ों शरणार्थी जो आए थे उनको नागरिकता देने की पहल की। सिटीजनशिप अमेंडमेंट बिल लेकर आए और वो आज सिटीजनशिप अमेंडमेंट एक्ट बन चुका है।
The Home Minister also slammed the Congress party for misleading the nation on CAA and accused it of spreading rumours about the act. He challenged Congress leader Rahul Gandhi to show even one clause in the act that has the provision to take away anyone's citizenship.
मैं देश की जनता को कहना चाहता हूं और विशेषकर माइनॉरिटी के भाइयों बहनों को कहना चाहता हूं, ये बिल अब बन चुका है, भारत सरकार की वेबसाइट पर है। ये कांग्रेस पार्टी, कांग्रेस एंड कंपनी अफवाहें फैला रही है कि इससे माइनॉरिटी की मुसलमान भाइयों की नागरिकता जाने वाली। मैं चैलेंज देता हूं यहां से राहुल बाबा को, ये पूरे एक्ट के अंदर एक भी जगह पे किसी की भी नागरिकता लेने का अगर प्रावधान है तो कृपया आप बता दीजिए।
On the occasion, Himachal Pradesh Chief Minister Jairam Thakur said that the state government has ensured that benefits of Ujjwala scheme reach each and every needy household.
उज्ज्वला योजना आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री जी ने पूरे देश के लिए समर्पित की और उस उज्ज्वला योजना के अंतर्गत पूरे देश भर में हर रसोई में गैस तक की उज्ज्वला योजना के बाद बाकी परिवारों की जिम्मेदारी हम अपने ऊपर लेते हैं। हमने हिमाचल प्रदेश में एक नई योजना शुरुआत की और उस योजना का नाम रखा गृहिणी सुविधा योजना। पूरे देश भर में हिमाचल प्रदेश 264 परिवारों को गैस का चूल्हा देने के बाद एक भी परिवार जो है हमारे राशन कार्ड के रिकॉर्ड के मुताबिक एक भी परिवार हिमाचल प्रदेश में ऐसा नहीं है जिस घर में गैस का चूल्हा अब नहीं है। हर घर में गैस का चूल्हा पहुंचाने में आज हम सफल हुए हैं, इसके लिए भी मैं बहुत बहुत बधाई देता हूं।
Union Minister Prakash Javadekar has slammed Congress leader Rahul Gandhi on the Citizenship Amendment Act, saying he speaks only lies and the Congress party is misleading the nation over the CAA. The Union Minister was addressing a press conference in New Delhi.
राहुल गांधी कांग्रेस के अध्यक्ष थे तब भी और अब नहीं है तब भी कुछ भी बोलते हैं और लगातार झूठ बोलते हैं। 2019 का मैन ऑफ द ईयर ऐसे जो सभी लोग आप विश्लेषण करोगे, झूठ ऑफ द ईयर, ये पुरस्कार के लिए वो पात्र है। पहले उनके बयानों से परिवार परेशान था, अब पूरी कांग्रेस और जनता परेशान है।
The BJP is also organizing a Samvidhan Samman rally at August Kranti Maidan in Mumbai in support of the Citizenship Amendment Act. Now, with an aim to bring people of Assam together, a peace and progress rally was also organized by the BJP today. The rally was led by Hemant Biswa Sarma and was held at Jagi Road of Moregaon district, which is around 60 kilometers away from Guwahati. Later, the Assam Chief Minister and other party leaders also attended the rally. The 4-kilometer long rally, which started from Jagi Road College Playground, concluded at Jagi Road Kahikuchi LP School. Addressing the gathering, Chief Minister Sarbanand Sonowal said that Assam is a land of peace, assuring that culture and indigenous identity will be maintained. The CM said that new heights of development will be achieved in the future. The MiG-27, which proved to be an ace attacker during the 1999 Kargil War, roared through the skies for one last time today. The squadron of 7 planes had its last sortie at Jodhpur Air Base, where the only IAF squadron that operated the MiG-27 was based. The MiG-27, codenamed Bahadur in India, has had an impeccable track record in its more than 3 decades of glorious service to the nation. The MiG-27s played crucial roles in IF operations, most notably proving to be an ace attacker during the Kargil War. Jodhpur had 2 squadrons of MiG-27s, of which 1 had been decommissioned earlier this year. Minister of State Independent Charge Housing and Urban Affairs Hardeep Singh Puri today held a media interaction on sanctioning of 1 crore houses to urban poor under PMAY Urban. He said that the Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana has seen a roaring success because of the urban rejuvenation schemes launched by the central government.
In one of the most important urban rejuvenation schemes that the Prime Minister launched after the new government took office in May 2014 and the schemes were announced in June 2015, is a roaring success of the Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana.
Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu today attended the inaugural function of the 102nd Annual Conference of Indian Economic Association at Raipur in Chhattisgarh today. The Vice President also released a special volume of Indian Economic Journal during the conference. Speaking on the occasion, the VP said that irrespective of political party, the entire policy approach should be making the people self-sufficient and empowering women.
Entire economic orientation policy should be how to make people to stand on their own in long term. Not today. I am not saying today this state, that state and this government and all. I am saying about the entire policy approach, political orientation of the political system of the country, irrespective of parties, should be focused on this, making the people self-sufficient, empowering the woman by self-help groups or by promoting small-scale and medium-scale industries and bringing the bank to the doorsteps of the women. Mudra Yojana, one indication, one in such a direction, empowering the people who are helpless by giving support.
BJP National General Secretary Ram Madhav is on a 2-day visit to the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir. Speaking to DD News and DD India, Ram Madhav said that the government is working towards bringing the situation in Kashmir back to normal in terms of internet and broadband services.
हम सबका प्रयास है जल्दी से जल्दी यहाँ इंटरनेट की सुविधा वापस उपलब्ध हो और तमाम जो इस समय कुछ रिस्ट्रिक्शंस है वो सब भी हट जाए। मैं 2 दिन में बहुत बड़ी संख्या में डेलीगेशंस को मिला हूँ जो हमारे पार्टी से कोई ताल्लुक नहीं रखते हैं, या कि आम समाज के प्रतिनिधि है। मुझे ये आश्चर्य हुआ, एक भी डेलीगेशन की तरफ से किसी भी रूप में 370 का मुद्दा उठाया ही नहीं गया था। इसका मतलब आज उसको लोग पीछे छोड़कर जो परिवर्तन आया उसका स्वागत करते हुए आगे जाने के लिए लोग तैयार है इस राज्य में। तो हमारा आज केंद्र सरकार का ये दायित्व भी बनता है कि हम सब अब यहाँ जो बाकी बचे कुछ रिस्ट्रिक्शंस है वो इंटरनेट के रिस्ट्रिक्शन हो बाकी हो धीरे धीरे हटाए और यहाँ परिस्थिति नॉर्मल हो जाए, उसकी दिशा में प्रयास किया जाएगा।
On the Global Business Summit to be organized by the government in February in J&K, he said that the summit will prove to be beneficial with respect to investments and further development.
काफ़ी अपेक्षा है कि एक इंटरनेशनल ग्लोबल समिट यहाँ होने के बाद यहाँ इन्वेस्टमेंट्स आएंगी, तो यहाँ कुछ इस समय परिवर्तन के लिए लोग तैयार है, उनके लिए प्रोत्साहन मिलेगा, क्योंकि इन्वेस्टमेंट एक महत्वपूर्ण एक आवश्यकता होती है जो भी डेवलपमेंटल एक्टिविटी यहाँ बढ़ने के लिए। तो जो ग्लोबल समिट होगा उससे यहाँ इन्वेस्टमेंट्स का फ्लो भी बढ़ेगा।
The leader also attended a football match that was held among Rising Kashmir team and the football team from Chennai. He said that this is the first time in months that such a big event has been held in the region. He added that this shows the new and changed image of Kashmir.
कश्मीर में इस समय एक बहुत बड़ा नया दौर का उत्साह देखने को मिल रहा है। यहाँ एक बहुत अच्छा फुटबॉल मैच का आयोजन कल हुआ, जिसमें राइजिंग कश्मीर फुटबॉल टीम चेन्नई के फुटबॉल टीम के साथ कल उनका मैच हुआ। उस मैच में हजारों की संख्या में यहाँ के लोग मौजूद थे। मैं उस मैच को देखने के लिए कल आया था। पहली बार है पिछले कई महीनों में एक इस प्रकार का बड़ा एक स्पोर्ट्स का इवेंट श्रीनगर में हुआ। एकदम उत्साह से लोग भाग ले। ये नया एक कश्मीर का चित्र भी है। और यहाँ अब एक बदली परिस्थिति में अच्छे उत्साह से लोग कश्मीर के डेवलपमेंट के लिए और देश की उन्नति के लिए आगे बढ़ना चाहते हैं.
And now it's time for Year Roundup, in which today we share the news which hit the headlines world over in 2019. DD News conducted a poll on social media, and these were the 10 big news selected by the majority. Take a look.
Over 1,000 people lose their lives in Cyclone Idai in Mozambique, Zimbabwe and Malawi. Around 1.8 million people had been affected after Cyclone Idai hit Mozambique in March 2019. The UN humanitarian agency OCHA said that out of the 1.8 million people in Mozambique who had been affected by the Cyclone Idai, some of them were left in a critical, life-threatening situation. UN spokesperson also said that Cyclone Idai shaped up to be the worst weather-related disaster on record in the southern hemisphere. Thousands of people even died across Mozambique, Zimbabwe and Malawi due to a serious outbreak of waterborne diseases like cholera and typhoid. The ICRC has also tripled its emergency appeal target from $10 to $30 million. Special Pakistan Court announces death penalty to former President Pervez Musharraf. On 17th December 2019, a Special Pakistan Court sentenced the former military dictator General Pervez Musharraf to death in a high treason case. The court had, on the 19th of November, concluded the trial proceedings in the case against Musharraf for suspending the constitution and imposing emergency on the 3rd of November 2007. Musharraf was booked in the high treason case in December 2013 and indicted on the 31st of March 2014. Courtesy to litigation at appellate forums, the trial was delayed and the former army chief was allowed by the courts as well as the Interior Ministry to leave Pakistan in March of 2016 on medical grounds. Abhijit Banerjee and wife Esther Duflo become the first couple to win the Economics Nobel. The Indian-born Abhijit Banerjee and his wife Esther Duflo, a French-American, won the 2019 Nobel Prize in Economics along with the economist Michael Kremer for their experimental approach to alleviating global poverty. While Kremer is with Harvard University, both Duflo and Abhijit Banerjee teach at MIT. They are the first couple to win the Economics Nobel and the 6th Nobel-winning couple. Esther Duflo is the second woman to be awarded a Nobel in economics. The couple decided to begin their work on the world's poorest and how markets and institutions work for them. Over the years, helped by field studies using randomized trials in India and Africa, they try to make sense of what the poor are able to achieve and where and for what reason they require a nudge. Conservative Party leader Boris Johnson wins a sweeping victory in the UK elections. The UK general elections was billed as one of the most unpredictable elections in decades, as the Conservative Party leader Boris Johnson won a sweeping victory. With 63.7% of the voter turnout, it was a thumping defeat for the main opposition leader, Jeremy Corbyn, thus handing Johnson a clear mandate to get Brexit done. Boris Johnson had called the UK's third general election since 2015 in an effort to increase his parliamentary majority and end months of deadlock over Brexit. After getting Brexit done on the 31st of January, Johnson will work to renegotiate a new deal with the EU, keeping trade and migration among the top issues. Johnson has vowed to end freedom of movement between EU and UK and implement a new points-based immigration system. His government will also negotiate free trade agreements with other trading partners around the world. Millions across the world joined climate change protests. From handfuls of demonstrations on Pacific Islands to mass rallies in Melbourne, Berlin and New York, millions of people inspired by climate activist Greta Thunberg held global climate strikes in the year 2019. In Australia, 350,000 people came together to join protests across the country, which is suffering from soaring temperatures and warming seas. As protests took place in 500 towns and cities across Germany, the government announced a $60 billion package to cut greenhouse gases. At the UN Climate Conference in September, Greta Thunberg accused politicians of relying on young people for answers to climate change. Since then, she has become a strong voice for action on climate change and has been named Time Magazine's Person of the Year for 2019. Impeachment process against US President Donald Trump underway. It was in September 2019 that a formal complaint from a whistleblower led to the beginning of an impeachment process against the US President Donald Trump. The process centers on whether or not he improperly sought help from Ukraine to boost his chances of re-election in 2020. President Trump is accused of pressuring Ukraine to dig up damaging information against Joe Biden, who is one of his main Democratic challengers for the presidency in 2020. Formal impeachment charges of abuse of power and obstruction were approved by the Democratic Party-controlled House Judiciary Committee on the 13th of December. If the full House approves the charges against the US President, then he will be sent for trial to the Senate within weeks. Bomb blasts rocked Sri Lanka, over 200 killed. More than 200 people were killed and at least 450 injured in bomb blasts that ripped through churches and luxury hotels in Sri Lanka on Easter Sunday, the first major attack on the Indian Ocean island since the end of the civil war 10 years ago. Government declared a curfew in Colombo and blocked access to social media and messaging sites including Facebook and WhatsApp. The then Sri Lankan President Maithripala Sirisena claimed that international drug syndicates orchestrated the country's deadly Easter Sunday bombings, despite earlier blaming the attacks on Islamists. Prime Minister Narendra Modi announced a $50 million line of credit for Sri Lanka to fight terrorism as the newly elected Sri Lankan President Gotabaya Rajapaksa made his first state visit after winning the election. International Court of Justice directs Pakistan to ensure consular access to Kulbhushan Jadhav. On the 17th of July 2019, it was a major diplomatic victory for India in the retired naval officer Kulbhushan Jadhav's case. Jadhav was awarded the death sentence in 2017 by a Pakistani military court on charges of espionage. The ICJ stayed the execution of the sentence passed to Kulbhushan Jadhav. India had challenged the Pakistani military court's verdict, citing violation of the Vienna Convention on consular access and process of resolution. The ICJ rejected Pakistan's objections and suspended the death sentence awarded to Kulbhushan Jadhav by the Pakistani military court. The ICJ also ruled that Pakistan will have to review the entire process of the trial and conviction of Kulbhushan Jadhav and will ensure that Jadhav is not executed pending the final decision. The ICJ also noted that Pakistan breached Vienna Convention on consular relations and so Pakistan has to provide consular access to Jadhav. Extradition bill triggers prolonged anti-government protests in Hong Kong. China's Special Administrative Region Hong Kong saw anti-government protests since June 2019 and the situation shows no sign of dying down. The extradition bill, which triggered protests, was introduced in April and made hundreds of thousands of people go to the streets. The bill would have allowed for criminal suspects to be extradited to mainland China under certain circumstances. Opponents said this risked exposing Hong Kongers to unfair trials and violent treatment. After weeks of protests, the chief executive, Carrie Lam, withdrew the bill in September, but demonstrations continue, and now the demand is for a full democracy and an inquiry into police actions. Clashes between police and activists have become increasingly violent, with police firing live bullets and protesters attacking officers and throwing petrol bombs. Major diplomatic victory for India, UN designates Masood Azhar as a global terrorist. In a huge diplomatic win for India, the United Nations designated Pakistan-based Jaish-e-Mohammed chief Masood Azhar as a global terrorist on the 1st of May 2019 after finding him associated with Al-Qaeda and terror financing. The development happened after China lifted its hold on a proposal to blacklist him. In 2009 and in 2016, again India moved the proposal with P3, the US, UK and France in the UN's 1267 Sanctions Committee to ban Azhar, who was the mastermind of the Pathankot attack in January of 2016. In 2017, the P3 nations moved a similar proposal again. However, on all these occasions, China, a veto-wielding permanent member of the Security Council, blocked India's proposal from being adopted by the Sanctions Committee. After being designated as a global terrorist, Azhar is now subject to assets freeze, travel ban and an arms embargo.
So those were the top 10 international stories of 2019 as picked by you, our viewers. Now moving on, China's Defense Ministry has said that the military relationship between India and China is improving due to the efforts of Prime Minister Narendra Modi and President Xi Jinping. Addressing the media in Beijing on Thursday, defense spokesperson said the two countries maintain strategic dialogues and conduct practical cooperation and have also strengthened their exchanges along their borders. As the year 2020 marks the 70th anniversary of the diplomatic ties between China and India, the two militaries have plans to conduct various exchanges and celebration activities. China is willing to work with the Indian side to follow the guidelines and the guidance of Prime Minister Modi and President Xi for development of military-to-military relationship along with right track and make more contributions to the growth of bilateral ties. A Bek airplane with 95 passengers and 5 crew members on board crashed near the city of Almaty in Kazakhstan today, shortly after taking off. At least 14 people have lost their lives, while 22 have been hospitalized in a grave condition. The Fokker 100 aircraft was heading for the capital Nur Sultan and lost altitude during takeoff and broke through a concrete fence before hitting a 2-story building. The probe is now on to identify the possible cause of the accident. Let's now take you across live to Mumbai, where in the August Kranti Maidan, a rally in support of the Citizenship Amendment Act is taking place. Former Maharashtra Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis is addressing. Listen in.
तुम्ही आम्हाला जुलूस काढण्यापासून रोखू शकता,
You saw Devendra Fadnavis, former Maharashtra CM, addressing a rally in support of the Citizenship Amendment Act at the August Kranti Maidan in Mumbai, using very strong words and invoking strong sentiments. That's it for the moment in this edition of the news on DD News and DD India. Do stay tuned for more of the latest.